Alright, I'm back. Oh, 1 second, I'm actually showing you something real quick. There's like a new Milk and Mocha short. Baby is sleeping right now, thankfully. I don't want to say thankfully, but he's been a little extra fussy the last couple of days, so I'm kind of worried he might be sick just because Mux hasn't been feeling well, but seems like he's okay. Some sets of letters are just... Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to what's-his-face. How you doing, Tichio? Anything new with this guy?
Looking for something odd?
You could push him by asking him to show
Let
you the
me
soles
see
of
the
his
soles
boots.
of your boots.
He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
Been admiring the stompers, right? Sure, I can demonstrate them.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern.
What's up with your soles?
It's Revachol.
Where did you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
But why?
You'll see when the time comes, officer. True patriots carry Revachol in their very souls.
Technically, you're stomping on Ravachol every step you take.
I know you people don't understand poetry.
Okay.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo. Apples.
Apples is exactly...
Fine.
Yeah. I was hoping there'd be like something else I could do. You're doing good. That's good.
Right to work!
I am trying to teach myself how to make custom complex rigs for Blender. And then I might see about trying to get some stuff up on the, like, the Unity store or something, because I need to try and start making a little bit of money if I can. Let's see. I also signed up for this, like, transcription thing I used to do way back again as well, but apparently the waitlist for that is, like, huge. Who are all these strikebreakers?
We came here.
We've done
I
this
have a
already. I'm just trying to see if there's something new.
Because I'm big.
No.
And
Let's talk to the Dudian.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Wait, that actually worked? I didn't even mean to actually click on that. Okay, hello, is anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, You hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
You can't be serious.
What the? There's nothing in here though.
Yes?
The heck is this number? Wait. Okay, is there something I'm supposed to be able to do in there? I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't do anything. Not a fishing rod, is it? Oh, right there.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too,
I didn't
Mr.
actually get the
Kisaragi.
signatures, by the way.
We
I
can
had
talk
some
about
random ass
anything.
drunk sign it.
The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Okay, where is
An
it?
old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy.
Yes,
the
it's still with
he
the woman who
described
bought it
as
from Roy.
terrifying.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway. The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
He was waving around at
As
people?
I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Okay.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the hand?
I did
hangman
not,
kit?
Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory,
I got my
Mr.
badge back.
Kitsuragi.
I can go
I
talk
have
to
victory to gain.
the lady
We are
too.
going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste. Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Okay.
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
Why are you telling me your
Because
plans?
we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
How are you gonna fund it all?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez, and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue
Lots of
bold,
rest,
exotic
Sophia,
new
so I
revenue
want him to get
streams.
it. That's gonna make him feel better. Okay, what kind of new exotic revenue streams?
Haven't you seen the crates outside, Harry? There's all sorts of fun stuff inside them.
Oh,
I mean,
so
heck,
he knows about the
this one
money
has
man.
you and the lieutenant, me, and my novelty swordfish clock.
Did he just deflate slightly? Was there something he wanted you to ask about? Maybe you should come back if you learn something relevant. You should definitely come back here and ask again if you learn more about the Union's dealings. There's something he's not telling you.
Okay. How many guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,307, and they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
Okay.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Okay. Oh, I got another level. Cool. Pretty sure there's been some interfacing checks that I failed. Let's actually check the map. Authority is what I really need, but I can't do that yet. I'm gonna grab interfacing. That's gonna open up a lot again. Can I talk to this guy about that crate then?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes,
I
I
had some
did.
questions for you
It's
if
like
that's not
Lady
too much.
Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my... No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Look.
Told you.
No, but I got in there.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Who's Miss Beaufort?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came
Okay,
back,
Lizzie
she was all
Beaufort, okay.
fancy.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50
Hey,
years,
Susie.
she has.
You want to be easy, Leo?
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Hey.
Looks like it.
I'm
There
not
we
sure what
go.
a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl.
Yes, she
Smart
is.
as a whip, too.
I mean, seems like a decent gig.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Okay. We go. So can I do anything with Money Light Rainbow Man? I don't think I saw anything in here. Oh wait, here we go.
The man stands
Aha!
at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked to try and talk my way in here and it worked.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Surens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in
Back
the
to
big
sleepy
picture,
ghost.
but still worth dropping.
You're in Revachol.
A fellow history buff. I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them?
There simply aren't enough hours a
Hey,
day
Sprite, how you
to handle
doing?
all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that. Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
Okay.
Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
How did you become rich?
Oh Lord, not this again.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graz. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But alright.
What's it like being an extremely high
I gotta
net
tell
worth
you,
individual?
at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society?
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Hundreds?
Dozens, at least. Of course, in the future, it will all be automated. But my point is this. Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Say nothing.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Oh, this might be lunchtime for somebody soon, but we'll see.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread.
Okay.
What is
Can I
going
have
on with
money?
the light
Or
in
there's
this
something
place?
strange about you.
What do you mean?
You look somehow
Are
different.
you talking about my chin?
I can't see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
Tell me that you're so rich light literally bends around your face.
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
Have you seen this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you.
You have money.
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM. To be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Thank you for your
You're
kindness.
welcome. You know,
He gave me 3 money.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
I mean, screw it. Let's try.
If business
Aw.
planning were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
Go on.
What's an already established working idea?
Yes. Hold on. Have we met before?
Maybe. I really wouldn't know.
On second thought, it couldn't have been you. Your idea reminds me of a group of young men who came to me a long time ago.
Oh boy.
Calling themselves Fortress Accident. The name should have been a red flag. They pitched me and a handful of other investors on an idea for a role-playing game that would, In their words, change the world.
What happened?
Well, at first everything was rosy. The ideas were solid, but they were lacking in, how do I put it? They lacked the will to get things done. As their financial situation became more desperate, their ideas devolved from realistic to absolute insanity. We lost all of our money. High art types never deliver. They're only good for peddling Welkins or whatever creeps they come up with.
I guess the inordinate amount of time they put into drawing mythical creatures did not generate a return on investment.
Where are they now?
Nobody knows for sure, but the place can't be pretty.
Did you try to salvage the project?
Sadly, when we got there, it was too late. The concept had run out of steam. Only dust remained. What I want to tell you is this. It's a very bad idea. Dead in the water. You seem like a reasonable man, but that is not a reasonable plan.
Thank you for the advice.
You're welcome. Now, was there something else I could help you with?
Back to our
Why
investigation.
go so soon?
Okay then. Oh. I mean, I did get some money. Skip that one for now. I mean, so we have to wait for night to do that. We want to wait for the evening for that. Oh, I know where I wanted to go. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go talk to the White Pines lady. Because I hopefully, or not hopefully, like I have my badge now. We can get her to talk to us. Because she can tell us about the guy's tattoos, too.
You're back. Good. I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Found my bag.
Did you? Wonderful.
Quickly, methodically, like an electric printing machine. She's memorizing your badge number.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands.
Okay. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Momentary
They were
lapse in faith?
dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
He's like kind of tossing and turning. But
The story is,
oh, there's just like a
one of
whimper.
them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Hang on. What are you doing? There you go. They're trying to rub his face. Oh, oh, hang on, hang on. Hang on. Here you go. Here you go. You hungry? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna let the clock keep going because I mean I need to waste time anyway. It's okay. Spin. Oops. Spin. Spin. There you go. Hmm? Here you go. Lunchtime? Lunchtime? Ah. Ah. Come on. There you go. Okay. Come Okay, you're not gonna get anything under the pillow. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Okay, stop pushing. Oh my gosh, guys. Come on. Okay, no. Come here. Come here. It's okay. See? Upset because he's not getting anything, but then he gets upset, so he starts flailing around and pushing me away. All right. Okay. Hey, the colonel assaulted a woman. Okay, so as far as she knows, it sounds like the workers lynched him, but we know that that's not the case.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
Okay.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh, okay.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay. Let's say that... Yeah, you've made a mess here.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
Okay, so who are the other 2 officers, though?
The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Okay.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater de Bois. keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about
Not
Crown?
much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht.
I'm wondering
A
if
warning
that's the
sign,
one
however.
lorry
The
driver
operations
and
concerned all take place
one,
in
like,
third
inciter?
or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly,
anything
no.
else on?
Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of information in the world.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ACP, man?
In my line of work,
Good
it pays
question.
to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Did you get them called off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
He assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I
Okay.
cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did the teenagers say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Did you know the colonel?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Anything else about him?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
Feeling a little better after that? He matches a dental reconstruction.
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, where are they?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans.
That's
is
one that
merely
I thought it
maintaining
was.
his disguise.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
And another
I
question.
hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we
Until
have?
the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
You said contain the situation?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivachol West.
Hi. He's a
Since
very
you're feeling
sleepy
that,
baby today.
This is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Yes.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Okay, that's enough for
I
now.
am sorry to have been the bearer of bad
Okay,
news.
now can you tell me about the
If
tattoos?
there, of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet and observe her expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Okay.
Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Delorian century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What was the use of the map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
And what travels did this dead man
Quite a
make?
few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this,
What's that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Okay.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semines Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
Maybe it's a record of his military career?
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Okay, continue.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man
Yeah?
was their friend and comrade.
Continue.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Yeah.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
Yeah. Well, baby's gonna need a diaper change soon. I'm sorry if you guys heard that. The look on his face. I think he's sorry if you heard it as well. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Come on. Is that what you walked into? Hearing the little one. Not just the look on his face. Oh my god. I'm trying to get a picture to show Max. He just... Okay, there it is. Okay, hang on. Oh, no, he's changing his expression now. Oh my god. Yeah? That's all for
Is
the
there anything else I
tattoo.
can help you with? More lessons in basic
You said
reality?
the pale. What is the pale?
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is,
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's not part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering.
We did
from a
ask about
recent
it
medical
when
episode.
he was away, so. How are you doing, Killbox?
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. What do you want to know? Anything.
You're okay but tired. I feel that. I'm actually pretty tired myself.
you could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Okay.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay, so what did we get? The victim's tattoos. Need to ask somebody else about them. Okay, so this is gonna be at 2100, and this is at 2200. What? Whoa. Yeah. What are you trying to look at over there? Hey? What are you trying to look at? Okay, I'm gonna spin you. Ready to spin the baby. Okay? Spin the baby! Spin the baby! There you go. Hi. Okay, I want to go back into the thing and see if I can talk to them about the murder anymore. Yeah? I think he's staring at the light that's above me. Also, I have like in my head what needs to be done for the camera to come back. And I'm hoping to get that done like over the next week. But it's just gonna depend on how things cooperate, right?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself,
What?
something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Hey. Okay.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here.
After this conversation, I'm actually gonna do a quick break screen, so that I can change a diaper, I think.
A man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
He said you were in debt to Mr. Clare.
I represent the Union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
Okay.
A very minor victory.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you?
Why did you say that? Did you forget you're a cop? Again?
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But
Wait.
Behind the dockworkers, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over
It's
a
not
period of
time
circa
yet.
50 years.
I don't know if it's time of day
Looks
or
like
if it's
the
like
circus
event
left town.
based.
But the clowns are still here.
Oh wait, hang on, right. So guys, I will be right back then. I'm gonna go change a diaper and then we will check out some more. Hold tight.